everybody, and welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel, where we take a closer look at the toys we talk about on the show. And today, fall in, pukes, because we are taking a look at the 1/12 scale Valaverse Action Force Sgt. Slaughter. So when I set out to start collecting 1/12 scale G.I. Joes in the classified line, one of my biggest wants was a Sgt. Slaughter figure. I loved that figure as a kid. Dave passed it down to me once he was done playing with them, and I have always loved Sgt. Slaughter. And frankly, when I think of Sgt. Slaughter, I do not think of the wrestler. I think of the G.I. Joe. That's just how he always resonated with me. So I missed out on the Series 1 Sgt. Slaughter. This is the Series 2, and actually I'm super stoked that I had waited, because I love that that he has the tank top on, the black tank top, as opposed to the long sleeve coat from Series 1. So, you know, as we'll see once we get him open, we'll see all the different accessories and things that he comes with, but you can kind of get an idea through this window here on the box. Valaverse shipped this super fast. I ordered it directly from them, so valaverse.com. And this shipped super fast right out of Rhode Island. So quick tour of the box. We have some really great art here of Sarge. On the back, of course, we have the cross-sell and the original characters from Action Force. Love that there's a little QR code that takes you to the website, and I love the old school, you know, cutout ID card. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. So without further ado, let's get the Valaverse Action Force Sgt. Slaughter into the light box. All right, let's take a closer look at Sgt. Slaughter. Folks, there is the Action Force Valaverse Sgt. Slaughter. Geez, worth the wait, man. You know, I was so, I guess you could say, filled with trepidation that going into a 1/12 scale G.I. Joe line, you know, with the way the licensing and everything works, you know, with Hasbro's classified series, that we would never see Sarge, let alone an entire additional 1/12 scale line of figures that you know, from Action Force here, that fits into that world and, you know, is creating their own at the same time. This figure is great. It is absolutely great for an independent you know, toy manufacturer. This thing is off the charts. And, you know, priced appropriately too. So you know, I think it was $40 shipped for this directly from Valaverse, and so it was an $8 flat rate shipping. Super fair with the amount of accessories, the detail, everything that you're getting with this. And I mean, this is Sarge. This is exactly what I think of when I think of Sarge. All he's missing is a whistle around his neck, but I'm sure there's a 3D printer cottage industry out there, much like the weapons one, where I could probably track one down. But this is fantastic. It's so good. The likeness to Sarge is really good, man. I mean, that the pronounced jaw. I love the way that the hat stays on his head. It's not like a rubbery plastic like you'd expect. It's actually quite hard. A lot of the plastic is. It doesn't feel like a malleable plastic. It is a very hard plastic, but the figure moves great. It has all the articulation you'd expect. Valaverse did send a little leaflet with the figure saying that you may need to apply heat if the joints, kind of act up out of the box. Mine were totally fine. I didn't have to force anything. It is an absolutely fantastic figure. If you head on over to Jay Hernandez YouTube channel, I'll put a link to the video below. He did a review of kind of all of Wave 1, so you can get an idea of what the other figures in the series do, what they look like. They're available, like I said, on Valaverse.com with a really fair rate of $8 shipping. So if you order a bunch of them, you only get dinged once, which is awesome. But yeah, this is a big hit for me, and as you saw in the light box, it does scale perfectly with what Hasbro's doing in the classified line. So, if you're putting together that ideal 80s team, Sarge is kind of needed. Now, Bobby, if you watch this, Refrigerator Perry, man, get us an Action Force fridge, and then we'll really be all set. But we'll put a link below to the Valaverse website too, so that way you can take a look at these guys. They kind of pop in and out of stock. Make sure you're following them on Instagram. They're very clear about when the figures are going up for sale and everything. So yeah, this is your Valaverse Sarge. So like always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that way you don't miss videos like this where we take deeper dives into the toys that we love. While you're down there, leave us a comment. What's your most wanted figure in kind of the G.I. Joe Action Force line? I mean, now the doors have been open for all kinds of crossovers. So like I mentioned, we had the Chicago Bears fridge. Who do you want to see them take a crack at? Who's your most desired crossover? And then while you're down there too, hit that bell icon so that way you get notifications when we post new videos. While you're liking and subscribing to things, make sure you follow us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, where we're constantly posting toy news, toy availability, toy photography, anything and everything we think would help the community out. And then, of course, the podcast. So Adventures in Collecting, you can find us wherever you find podcasts. Simply search for Adventures in Collecting or hit the link in the description below, which will take you to our website, and you can find links to all of the things that I just mentioned. And as always, I'm gonna let Sarge do the point this time. As always, until next time, maggots.